Hello, everyone, and welcome to Flowweaver's special RPG one-shot adventure, Escape from the Lawless Prison. I am your dungeon master for the evening, Lucas J.W. Johnson. I use he/him pronouns, and I am the founder and studio director of Silverstring Media. Together with our partners at Stitch Media, we've been working for the last few years on an amazing multi-dimensional VR escape room game called Flowweaver, which is releasing on Oculus headsets soon, very soon. Tonight, we're playing an adventure I wrote that takes place in the same world as the Flowweaver game. In fact, is a bit of a prequel to the events of the VR game.
Hi, I'm Tanya DePass, also known as Cypheroftyr everywhere on the internet. My pronouns for both myself and my character Shoye are she, her. I'm playing a bard for the first time ever, but my bard does not sing because I like you all enough not to try to sing IRL. And my college is a college of lore. So we'll see what shenaniganry I get into with my fellow escapees.
Hello, I'm Gabe, GabeJamesGames across the internet. I do game design and cosplay and voice acting. I do in-house game design for Roll20. And today I am your elven dashing rogue, Taefiel, he, him, charmed.
Hi everyone, I'm Kienna. I am known as KiennaS on the internet, and my pronouns are she and they. What do? I am a streamer, a game designer, curator of the TTRPG Safety Toolkit, kind of just overall internet person. But today I am super excited to be playing Sun, the human sorcerer. It's been a hot second since I played a sorcerer, so we're gonna see how this goes, especially since Sun has a lot of secrets. And a lot of weird things about her, so figure that out as we go.
I'm Ciaran. My pronouns are he, they. I am a voice actor and singer, musician, LGBTQ activist. Oh gosh, author. I do a whole bunch of creative stuff, and I love it. I was Lorelei in Borderlands, if you played Borderlands 3. I was angry, I yelled for coffee. It was a good time. I'm also the voice of the Flowweaver in the Flowweaver game, which I'm really excited about, and I'm going to be playing Daya, who is my first ever attempt at playing a brawler. And their pronouns are they, them.
The four of you, Shoye, Taefiel, Sun, and Dyer, were all on a passenger ship, a sailing ship called the Expanse, which was sailing across the Thrawn Sea in this world called Kelmspar, from the Eastern Tau Empire to the western continent of Mystria. About a week into the journey, the ship was attacked by pirates, or at least what seemed to be pirates. However, these pirates captured the four of you, as well as some other members of the crew and passengers, and took you to an island in the middle of the trackless sea, where you have since been imprisoned. You don't know why you're here, or even who your captors are. But you do know that no one else who was captured from your ship remains in the surrounding cells. They're taken away for questioning and never return. And so you know that you must escape.
Shoye is feeling a bit disgruntled, a bit concerned that it's been a week and that they've not seen anyone else from their ship. She's just like, so what do you think they're gonna do with us?
Probably make us dance for their entertainment.
Oh, I don't dance.
I think throughout most of this time, Sun has been standing most of this and in the corner. She's had this very stoic, straight expression whereas there's the unnerving calm from one person. This is the very unnerving nothingness that's coming from the other. Sign of emotion on her is a mask that sits on her hip, which has a large smile on it. Yeah, definitely not creepy. It's fine. Well, I imagine that they'll take us in for questioning. Probably do some unsavory things.
Dyer's probably doing the least well out of everyone. They're usually on the sea, so the whole idea of being landlocked for a week is really starting to kind of eat. They don't think they've actually been landlocked for like years for this long. They've taken to, there's a little stool in the corner, and it's kind of got like a wonky leg, which is fantastic because then they can kind of rock back and forth at just that right sort of speed that it kind of feels like they're on a boat. So they kind of look a little like they're going crazy. Every now and then they'll see, was it Sun has a smiley face? Yeah, they'll smile back at it. They'll be like they're starting to slowly lose their mind just a little bit. Like if they don't get out of here soon, they might lose it officially.
So the rumors that you and a couple dozen other prisoners are to be moved into the lower dungeons have intensified over the last 2 days, and all indications is that it is to happen tomorrow. The next morning, it is very, very early morning. You're woken up. A decently sized group of guards has come in order to manacle each of you in sort of handcuffs.
They use the bloody kid handcuffs on me again.
There's you and several other of these prisoners and a group of guards and a guard captain who are sort of all gathering you together in this courtyard. While you are handcuffed, if you were to try to do an attack roll with a spell or a one-handed weapon, you will be at disadvantage, and you cannot wield more than one weapon or any two-handed ranged weapon.
Great. Cool. This is fine.
Can I do that thing that's really gross where they like a thumb in or something to try to slide out of handcuffs?
Oh, dislocate your thumb.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
That's
yeah.
a 28.
Yeah, you actually did not count on your slender elven wrists, and you managed to wiggle out of them without anyone, for the moment, noticing.
I'm gonna keep them kind of sitting here, just so it still looks like there's something there. But
in one of the empty first floor cells, which has been cordoned off, you see a trap door being pushed open, and a moment later, someone emerges. A failing man, one of the fairy touched. We have a little mini for Cassian the Failing.
Okay, I am going to literally jab Tayfiel in the ribs, which is sort of a kind of motion. And kind of trap door. And I'm going to make a freaking break for it.
All right, so as Dyer decides to just make a break for it, the guards are in a panic, the other prisoners are in a panic, and Cassian actually acts first as Dyer starts running. But Cassian just kind of like watches, like he actually leans back against the pillar that he's standing by. It's just like he has this look on his face like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens here.
Great. And I'm still cuffed. Wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm going to get
both of us are still.
There's a
Sorry if
group
I
of
kill
guards.
us right away.
Two of them just sort of move forward, drawing long swords. One of them runs over sort of towards the door here, and the last one levies her musket at Dyer. Bang.
Oh no.
Oh, that was what I was banking on.
They do miss, however.
I'm gonna move a little bit away, and then my hands are free. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch at one of them.
Do you want to do the one that shot at Dyer, the one standing by the door to the guard tower, or one of the two with the swords?
The one that shot at Dyer.
Sweet.
You don't do that.
Aw, thanks, bruv.
Oh, that's not good. 21 to hit.
You've been getting some hot rolls there, Gabe.
Yeah, I'm magic.
Damn it.
I,
I rolled a 1 on my necrotic damage.
So that is that one total damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Cool. Guard kind of shivers a little and is like, what the hell? That'll make it Shoyei's turn.
dagnabbit. Oh dear.
That sounded great.
I found it. So that was 10, 16, 19, so 26. Oh, I'm going for the musket so they can't shoot at us.
Well, the guard captain is unaffected, but both of the guards here are put to sleep.
Okay, a lot just happened.
Sun and her spoon.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a spoon, which is great. I can cast spells. I'm glad for that for me. I'm gonna turn to the two behind, who I tried to intimidate the rest of the prisoners, and I'm gonna casually slide the spoon out from my sleeve, and I'm gonna cast color spray.
We'll go with that. All right, you shoot this color spray towards these guards. 2 guards and a couple of the prisoners sort of shout as they are blinded by this flash of blinding light that comes out of your spoon.
I'm gonna stare at them, and I'm gonna. Are you going to do something about this, or are you just gonna stay like cowards?
I'm gonna pick up one of the guns. I'm going to grab around where the trigger is and then like flip it to the shoulder to the other hand and then aim and take a shot.
All right, who are you shooting?
He's so silent.
So there's the 2 other guards and then the guard captain.
Yeah, the two other guards are blind thanks to
Yeah.
Sun's color spray.
And the captain is pointing a gun at Shoye.
Yes.
Oh no, we don't do that here. All right, point at the captain.
Okay.
A lot. That's over 23.
Yes, you hit.
Yeah.
What's his face has caught Sun's attention because he tried to blind her.
Cassian, yes.
Yeah. And this is probably me punching above my pay grade right now.
Oh
Just
dear.
a little bit. Maybe.
Oh dear.
Let's cast Phantasmal Force.
Oh, good. As a failing, Cassian has Fey resistance, which is advantage on saving throws against magic when they're intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throws.
Uh-huh.
And he rolled 2 4s. What kind of force are you creating with your phantasmal force?
Ooh, I think I'm just gonna summon, or in his mind, it's going to appear as if some large monster came from above and landed on him and is attacking him. Surprise!
He's like he's so smug, right? Like he's just got that face that you want to punch, which you effectively do in his mind because he's so smug standing there, and then suddenly he's just like, and like falls back against the pillar, like oh god. Cool.
This is going way better than I expected.
And that does make it Dyer's turn. So you're in the cell with this closed trapdoor. You see that Sun is starting to move towards you to catch up to you, while Typhael and Shoye are both near the entrance to the guard tower in the center of the courtyard.
Okay, so Dyer looks back out the door. They finally get there. As they look back out, they realize no one else is really there with them, and they're like, "We had a plan." They see Sun running, but then they see the other 2 by the guard tower, and they're like, "Wait, are we fighting?" Okay, and so they start running back towards the guard captain.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a double run to get on top of their butt.
Okay.
Oh, I fell down. Oh no, there we go.
There you go.
I'm going to use my bonus action to steady aim as a rogue, and I'm going to fire at the guard captain.
Okay. And I believe since Dyer is right there distracting them, you might get a sneak attack too.
Yeah, I do. So that is...
There's 3 feet of rage running at them going, "You never told us we was fighting!"
I'm kind of
Oh
here for
my
that.
God.
That's a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So a total of 25 points of piercing damage.
There's your damage rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big old hit as she cries out in pain.
Good.
And that is the end of your turn. That brings us to Shoye.
I was hoping that Typhael would unshackle me, but that didn't happen. I'm gonna go in the guard tower. I'm gonna look for our stuff.
Oh, that's right. I need my lock picks. I'm gonna break your hands. You need those.
And why can't you use a spoon? Oh wait, the Sun's got a spoon.
I thought you'd try the key that you have that didn't go to our cell. Oh.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh God, it was for our cuffs. Oh my God. Did everyone else
Dyer
realize
just
that?
thinks it's
Except
cool.
me?
That's great. I love all of you in this moment.
I broke my hands, man. I didn't have my hands.
Hey, you're the one that wanted to act like this was Die Hard.
Look at your list of equipment. You find everything except 2 pieces from it. so you can choose what you don't manage to find from your original equipment. You also find, because you were explicitly looking for swords, you do find a very, very fancy-looking rapier. I think if you're only grabbing the fancy sword and one other sword plus your stuff, you also find a small compact mirror.
Okay.
Sweep up as you.
Yeah, okay. Cassian, so I started to run to try to keep up with Dyer. Dyer just ran past me.
Yes.
There we go.
So I'm gonna turn around, probably still where I'm standing. Cassian's oh yeah, he's gonna take some damage because he's still in the phantasm.
Yes, he is.
He's gonna take 1d6 damage. He's gonna take 4 points of damage.
Okie doke.
Well, there's that one that's still that's attacking Dyer, so I am going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Does not hit the guard captain.
Oh, okay.
Reflects off of her ironically shiny armor.
It's very hard to navigate a spoon and while you're in manacles and cast that spell.
It is Shirley's turn.
I give Typhel, I give him his stuff.
Thank you.
And I have my things, and I've got the pocket mirror, and I'm like, I got a sword if Dyer doesn't get killed up there. I'm gonna run toward Dyer to hopefully exchange a sword for a key.
Nice. Oops.
Yeah, Sun knows, sometimes you just gotta go when you gotta go. And so she's gonna back up into that cell. And as she does, she's gonna take that mask, that smiling mask, and put it over her face. And I'm gonna cast Disguise Self.
Nice.
And I am going to change myself to look like Cassian.
Very nice. All right. And so you all see Sun put this mask on and suddenly look like a little halfling or a little failing man who is currently staring at Sun, daggers in his eyes, and then just this look of like, oh fucking hell. At this point, Dyer and Shoya, are you going to try to take out this guard captain, or are you going to be making a break for it?
I have a question. So, Dyer, do you want to fight, or do you want me to try to heal you?
Dyer just wants to fight.
All right, so
Dyer, you can tell from the bloodthirsty look in their eyes, they've been waiting for this all week.
Did I hand Dyer's sword? I'm like, it's all yours.
Dyer is like, that's nice, and keeps hammering with their hands.
Oh my god. Can I just like grab it? Is the key obvious anywhere? Because I'm like, I am hampered.
Did Shoya want to heal Dyer at all?
Sure. So you get 6 back.
Sweet.
Thank you. I give you the key.
Yes, you pass around the key that Typhael did steal earlier on, and it does, in fact, unlock all of your manacles.
Yay!
Who would have thought?
Sun at this point is still disguised. And
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably a little disconcerting, actually.
Dyer looks at Sun and goes,
this
what?
is how I like hold up the spoon.
That's how you identify you. Yeah.
I hope you don't mind that I am using this fairly obnoxious face for now.
Just hold the spoon up. Just hold the spoon up. Oh, speaking of which, and I pull out the mirror.
Oh, thank you. Would you like your spoon back?
No, that way we know it's you. Just hang on to it.
I think it suits you.
And yeah, so Shoya, you have most of your equipment back, which might includes maybe some armor, so you can adjust those things. And Typhael, you have your sword back, which is a +1, effectively a +1 rapier. So, and you are all demanacled and hiding amongst the catacombs. You lost yourself down here in order to get away from the guards, and as a result are a little lost. You are currently in this area labeled as Cassian's workshop. You can see the roots of the tree along the far wall, along with the violet bioluminescent mushrooms, along with some torture devices and the table filled with knives and picks and things. The person standing across from you, the slim young man, looks like this. And anyone who has nature or arcana can make a check of nature or arcana. The world of Kalmspar is surrounded by 7 flows of magic. These are sort of the planes of magic of this world. Each one with a different kind of thematic element, as they often are. The Phalanx being sort of the kingdom of fairies, sort of natural world is where, that kind of power. Creatures like dryads, all that kind of stuff. 3 of our characters here also draw their magic from different flows. Each character in this world typically can only draw their magic from one flow, rather than sort of pulling from wherever that you want to draw magic from. Typhiel cast Chill Touch earlier, drawing power from the Shadow Realm, sort of the land of the dead, where his family clan of elves, once lived for a while to get the hell away from a big war that happened about 1,000 years ago. Shirley draws her magic from the Dreamscape, and Sun is flow-touched by a place called the Otherwhere, which is this flow of secrets and mysteries and masks and illusions and things, all very thematically appropriate. The Phalanx is another one, as I mentioned, and that is where this dryad is from, and presumably where Cassian gets his magic from as well.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you and Dyer as well, maybe because of your distant connection to the Phalanx, Dyer, can both kind of see that there's something, in this dryad's eyes where, he's like, yeah, I can't let you leave, but wants to. There is some kind of compulsion happening as he glances back down at his manacles. And there's a table in the corner that's covered in knives. There's like knives and little swords and picks and all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab a couple and I'm gonna see if I can actually pick a lock.
Sure. Make a dexterity check, and because you have Thieves' Tools proficiencies, you can add your proficiency bonus to that.
Hell yeah. Math, 19.
19, yeah. You can get through the manic. The Dryad says, I need to ask you to stop doing that now.
No.
Well, it's nice that you asked.
Typhiel continues to get Grange out, and Grange sort of starts to stand up. The Dryad does sort of take a step forward and says, I need to ask you not to do that.
I actually look out and see where Sun is.
Sun's by the door.
Yeah, we could really use the boss to come in right now. That would be amazing if the boss showed up. Beautiful silver-maned mother failing. Where are you?
Yeah, I think I step forward.
The Dryad immediately sees you and kind of takes a step back, back to their subservient position, and says, I was just attempting to stop them, sir.
It's fine. And waves off in that smug demeanor that he does.
I can do a deception check,
Cool.
And I'll give you advantage because you definitely nailed that smug demeanor of his.
Cool. Great. Love that for me. Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. All right. Yeah, the Dryad buys it. How do the rest of you react to this?
That was... Yeah, you're the boss.
I have not deception and not performance, so Dyer's just kind of going, ah! Oh.
That is a 21.
Nice. Yeah, so you can intuit that the Dryad is definitely under some kind of compulsion, some kind of charm. So there's something else going on for sure.
Okay. Gonna point at the rest of the group. one of you help free this one as rudely as possible.
The Dryad is like, sir?
You got it, boss.
You hear the manacles off, and they fall to the ground, and you can kind of see where they were on the Dryad's wrists. His skin is a little like almost burned, but he's still there's something that's still like, despite the manacles being gone, he's sort of just like staring dumbfounded at them. But there is something else. You still feel this intense sense of longing coming out of them.
They're getting a little, like, not bored, but like they're starting to wander around while everyone else. I'm gonna come poke my nose down this tunnel and just have a look what's down there.
By
Okay.
yourself.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just poking.
I'm gonna go with Dyer.
I'm just looking.
Okay. Yeah, so the two of you, the Dryad continues to look like stare dumbfounded at their wrists, basically. The two of you poke your head through the tunnel, and the tunnel actually, it goes out and then twists sort of back around, and as you sort of follow it a little bit, you swear that it's just going to like come around and wind up exactly where you were, but as you sort of move just sort of past the halfway point, you start to feel a little bit different. Dyer, you feel there's something of a comfort that comes over you. Actually, your antsiness decreases just a little bit, like you're a little bit more where you're supposed to be. Whereas Typhiel, you actually feel you have a little bit of Shadow Realm magic that you can use. You kind of feel a distance from that power as you come around the corner. The cavern that opens up before you is not the torture chamber that you left. The humid, water-carved cave glows with bioluminescence. Small blood-red mushrooms flourish across the cavern floor, and on the western wall, a thick bramble of fresh green growth erupts with leaves and thorns and purple flowers. The cavern is framed on all sides by thick, dead, ashen roots, much like the torture chamber you left. Hammered into one root is an iron spike with a chain 12 links long hanging from it.
I poke it.
Sorry, did you say, Gabe?
No.
I poke it, and then the elf comes up and just yanks it out. Hey!
Okay,
I'll
so
do that.
You yank the spike out of the root, and back in Cassian's workshop, Sun and Shoye, you see the Dryad suddenly look up, and this feeling of longing lifts, and he sort of stands up a little straighter, and then looks at Sun disguised as Cassian with this very confused and slightly scared look of what is happening?
That checks out.
The Dryad sort of looks at Cassian again and says I free? There's relief mixed with why?
That's a 22.
You said Arcana?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, both of you can tell that with this sort of lifting and the longingness going away, you believe that the charm effect on this Dryad is gone.
Awesome.
The Dryad goes, "Oh, then you are trying to escape, but thank you."
Makes sense in a weird way.
Back to Dyer and Typhiel. Yeah, you examine the mushrooms. There's you got a nat 20, so straight up. The way that the flows of magic sort of interface with the material world is that they're layered, right? It's like a reflection of the material world, and so this room kind of exists in both places, but in slightly different forms, right? You have this tunnel that's basically the same, but there's no entrance to the catacombs because the catacombs don't exist here. But where these blood red mushrooms are on the floor are where the blood stains are in Cassian's workshop, where the torture chambers were. So they've sort of grown up in response to what's been happening in the material world, being affected by the events of the material world. See, the flows are largely affected by what you do in the material world. You see these ways that the Phalanx are being sort of reflected on what's happening in the material world with these blood red mushrooms. And you also can tie that to this explosion of fresh green growth in the Phalanx covered in these purple flowers is sort of mirrored to where the purple mushrooms were growing in the material world, the tree root. There's been no new life here in so long. The life in the Phalanx will cling to any life that it can have. Go ahead, Ciaran.
Daya makes that exact noise. Oh, you, and points at the Dryad, said the Phalanx clings to life.
Yes.
But that means that in this room, and then they go running back into the other room. Yeah, they're mumbling to themselves as they run along.
I follow. I'll go with them. They've been on like this momentum thing. Yeah.
And then they point at this area in this room as well. It says, this is the same area, but here. Here.
So what are you thinking?
Well, there was blood in the spot where the blood is. There's the mushrooms, and that's the life, so it's given the life. And there's purple here, and there's purple there. Yeah?
Yes.
And we can't... But if we can't get through there, maybe we could do something here. It might change it there. That we can change things in the material world, and it might change the flows. And then I basically point at the mushrooms.
I eat one.
Okay, you pick a mushroom and eat it. It does not taste very good. Simultaneously, though not perhaps knowing why this is happening, Sun and Shoye see one of the purple flowers in the Phalanx wither.
Oh, it's because I ate it. And I'd do it again.
And I'd do it again. Daya huffs, picks up the gun, takes the gun off of his belt and points it.
At the mushrooms?
And goes,
Okay. You blast the mushroom. Dyer blasts the mushrooms with the gun, and as they do so, Sun and Shoye see the vines around this tunnel, a bunch of them sort of wither and pull away from the entrance to the tunnel as they slowly die. That the opening to the tunnel has opened, and you can move through. You follow this tunnel through as it steadily climbs upward. At one point, as it twists and turns, you come to a spot where you can see outside. The tunnel suddenly ends at a very mundane-looking door. You still feel like you're in the Phalanx right now. But here, one wall of the tunnel is formed not of rock and dirt, but of roots, both thick and stringy, and there is open air beyond them. A purple sky stretches above rolling treetops. Back the way you came, the land forms a bowl, in the middle of which you can see a massive old tree, leafless, dead, and ashen. In the direction you've been moving, the land continues to rise, a hill covered in pink and purple foliage, and you can hear distant laughter, the sounds of partying. Liquid seeps through the dirt above you, dripping to the floor, deep red. You didn't travel far in the Phalanx, but you're in this small chamber, and there is an obvious door leading out of this room.
Is it?
We are in a prison.
Yeah, I guess everything would be suspicious then.
And this is somewhere that Cassian goes. So
You are in this bedchamber. Sitting on a table in this room is a strange object. It looks like a shallow bowl made of some kind of dark metal, mounted at an angle above a stone block. Shoye, you recognized it immediately, because it is the precursor artifact that you and the other scholars from Torgarth University had gone to the Xiao Empire to find.
Ooh.
Confiscated by the warden and brought here. It is magical, but the magic does not come from any of the flows, which is just not something that happens. All magic comes from the flows. You can totally take it if you want, but it does weigh 50 pounds, and anyone who is carrying it will have disadvantage on stealth checks if you were to make a stealth check.
I mean, I could carry it, but I'm going to drop it at the first sign of, needing my hands for other things.
That's why I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
Then I will carry it. And this is a little too important to leave behind.
Dyer extends their hands and says, "You trust me?"
You just said
really strong.
You just said
no,
you
I put it down.
it.
I'll put it down
gently. Okay.
Well, as we're walking, imagine every 5 minutes I ask you if you need help carrying it.
And here lies your final challenge.
That's the boat bloke. That one.
Yeah.
I want that boat.
I want that boat.
We all do.
I'm gonna get that boat. Alright. This time let's actually have a plan, because apparently last time we didn't. I thought we did. I was wrong. Dyer holds up a knife that because I said I did grab a couple of those knives off that table. You throw this.
No. You're being reasonable. I'm not doing. And I'm basically just gonna try to tie my rapier to my gun bayonet. For whatever I have. All right, I'm satisfied. Now I can shoot and stab. Efficient.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, that's what I'd call that.
So obviously I can change myself to be someone else. That's not just Cassian, because it's just very obvious if I walk in. It'd be very hard for me to be like, he's the fake one. So if we just want to split them up and not have them all clumped together here, I have ways we could probably do that. I will cast a very loud scream.
Okay, you do so, and basically everyone in the room looks up, what is happening? And Warden Artois looks upset at the interruption, and Warden Artois makes a motion to the guard captain, who immediately heads in that direction.
I'm gonna change my disguise self to look like that guard captain real quick.
Nice.
And I'm gonna grab him by the mouth, and he's gonna go. And we're gonna tie him up and put him in the toilet.
I got a 9.
Oh
I
my
got
God.
but rolling a nat 1.
Jesus.
Fuck! I got a 5. So I
I
got.
got 10.
Fuck off! I got 8. So I'm ready to go, but I'm not ready.
You got
I got a whole
10.
10.
All right, great. So I think the result of this is that all of you are slow enough on the uptake that the guard just goes into the hallway and is effectively gone for the moment. Artois and the administrator and the guards are all like, what is happening? But nothing has really actually popped off yet.
So the real Cassian.
Yes, it's down in the room.
Can I hit him with Dissident Whispers?
Yeah. Hell yeah. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with pain. He gets a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, he'll take some psychic damage, 3d6, and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away from you as possible.
Oh boy. Oh
Here we
boy.
go.
Damage doesn't move away. Okay, so wisdom saving throw or 3d6 psychic damage. Oh my god. He has it.
What?
Sorry. He again has advantage on these saving throws. Last time he rolled a 4 and a 4. This time he rolled a 4 and a 5. So he fails his saving throw against your Dissonant Whispers. So he takes 12 psychic damage and is also forced to run away from you because of these Dissonant Whispers. He actually has an ability that makes him run away really well. And he, there is a puff of fairy dust, and he's just gone.
What?
He GTFO'd.
No
Yeah.
way. Wow.
So he's just straight up gone. Took some damage. Was
You
like,
gotta be
"No, I'm
careful
outta
with
here."
failings, dude.
It is Typhiel's turn.
This is an entire mess.
We haven't even started yet,
I'm-
son.
I wasn't trying to do all that.
I'm here for it. So I have my gun. Technically, do I have to move to get in sight of someone?
No, you're up on the balcony, so you can see them.
So I
to
can see
shoot.
them from over.
Are you gonna do this
Yeah.
Wild West style?
Yes.
Clearly.
Yeah, boy.
All right, so I'm gonna bonus action steady aim, so I give myself advantage.
Who are you attacking? Basically, it's the warden or one of the guards.
The warden. I go for the big ones. Oh my god, I'm glad I had advantage. 19. So a 26 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
There we go. Dyer's heard the gunshot, and they're now very aware that the battle is taking place. And this time, they're not gonna miss it. So they come running up the stairs. They fly past.
Back up the stairs just to jump down. I love it.
Hell yeah! And I'm gonna aim for these fellas right here. I want to land on the table in front of them. Let's
Okay.
see what my athletics check is before I actually place myself there successfully. 13 plus 5. That's
Okay.
18.
Yeah, so you come leap off the balcony and like land a little heavily on the table. I think jar your legs a little bit, but you are there. I think that probably takes your full movement though, because you have to run back up the stairs. But you
That's
are
fair.
sort of right smack dab in the middle of the table. So that takes us to Artoire's turn. He doesn't know how to deal with this failing that's just landed on the table in front of him. More importantly, he wants to deal with the one who shot him. And so he is going to shoot 2 tasty eldritch blasts up into the balcony. And then the guard captain, you hear running feet, which brings us back to Shoye.
Shoot. Well, since the person I was going to do other things to ran away, I'm gonna go for the one keeping us in.
That would be the guard.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna attack because at least in my art, I've got a short sword. So
Yeah, well, you would have been able to grab a weapon from Cassian's workshop, so for sure.
yeah. So I'm just gonna roll for it. We're only level 4, so I only get 1 attack per round, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a tiny little bard. Let's see, where are you? 16.
That hits. Nice.
That is a 6.
Sweet. Yeah, that guard is looking pretty bad off. Sort of.
Stabby. All right, then I'm gonna be ready to fight if anything else pops off.
Okay. You're now outside, and the path just sort of winds down and then goes down towards the docks way down, sort of far away. But
All right, cool. I am going to give me that gun. Go check that out over there, and like points in a direction away from the ship and away
Okay.
from the doors. Go over there.
that sounds like an intimidation check, I think.
That's an 18.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa!
Just like, all right, hands you the gun and like runs off. I think towards like the lighthouse that you pointed them towards.
Cool. I'm gonna double check that no one else is around, and I'm gonna kind of just go back towards the door.
Okay. It is Dyer's turn. You are on this table. Warden Artois is right in front of you.
I'm gonna kick him in the face.
I love it.
They pick up my dice. Come on, give me a good one. Yeah. Oh, nat 20! Nat 20 to kick in the face. Kick him in the
Yeah.
teeth.
He is again not looking so good, but as you kick him, he looks at you and his eyes flash golden as well. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as he uses his last spell slot to do another hellish rebuke.
Cool. 12 plus 3, 15.
That just succeeds, luckily for you, so you only take 13 points of damage.
Only 13.
Only 13. Artois then draws a sword and is going to attack you with it. He hits you once, Dyer, for another only 3 damage.
Okay.
And then he sort of takes a small step back from you. Sweet. Typhoon is awake, just in time for you to take your turn.
Oh, nice.
Don't stab me, bro.
So just here, just hello.
Looking at the
Little
warden,
face.
and I'm not moving. I'm gonna take my steady aim. Come on, give me the 20. Give me my 20. Okay, well I'll take a 13, which is a total of dirty 20.
That'll hit, and you get sneak attack again.
18 points damage.
Like, he stands there panting for a sec, and then I think Dyer just clocks him across the head, and he goes down. But at this point, the 5 of you are able to get out of the Great Hall and outside, where there's a couple guards hanging out, but they're running in different directions because, well, you're being escorted by a guard captain, so what could possibly be going wrong? Between the 5 of you, you commandeer the caravel that is docked here and begin sailing out into the trackless sea to an uncertain future as far as what exactly was going on here, but you have escaped, and that was the most important thing. And Shoye, you have the artifact, which you have successfully recovered from them as you sail off into tomorrow.
Nicely done. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, everyone.
We did it.
Yeah, we've still got our spoon.
And
You still have the
Go get the
spoon.
spoon.
Most importantly,
Well done, everyone.
thank you to the 4 of you for joining me for this campaign. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I'm so glad we could make this work and do this. This is all in service of Flowweaver VR. Please do check it out at flow-weaver.com. Available to pre-order now. And thank you to Ciaran and Gabe and Kienna and Tanya for this amazing, very fun adventure. I've had so much fun, so thank you so much. And thank you everyone who came to watch. It's been a heck of a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed.
Thanks for having me.
It was fun.
Bye, everyone.